Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm Kai, and in this entry in the Quran in Context series, we take our first look at the Quran's reference to the Ark of the Covenant. The topic of the Ark of the Covenant will be revisited in future entries in this series, God willing. The Quran refers to the Ark of the Covenant in Surah 2, verse 248, in connection to the biblical Saul going to war with the enemies of Israel. Quote, "And their prophet said to them, Indeed, a sign of his kingship is that the chest, Tabut, will come to you, in which is assurance from your Lord and a remnant of what the family of Moses and the family of Aaron had left, carried by the angels. Indeed, in that is a sign for you, if you are believers." End quote. The biblical narrative can be found in the book of 1 Samuel. Now, the Quran uses the Arabic word Tabut when referring to the Ark of the Covenant. This word is also used in the Quran in Surah 20, verse 39, to refer to the basket of Moses in which he was placed in order to save his life. Quote, saying, "Cast him into the chest, Tabut, and cast it into the river, and the river will throw it onto the bank. There will take him an enemy to me and an enemy to him, and I bestowed upon you love for me that you would be brought up under my eye." End quote. The primary meaning of Tabut is box, case, chest, coffer, and quote-unquote ark. The secondary meaning is coffin, casket, or sarcophagus. Now, in the Bible, the word used to refer to the basket of Moses is teva, or tevat, in Hebrew, which is the exact cognate of the Arabic tabut. In the Septuagint, the Greek uses teva as a loan word, thevis. Coptic uses the word taive, although for Coptic, the word is native to the Egyptian language. But when it comes to the Ark of the Covenant, the term in Hebrew is Aron. In the Septuagint Greek, it is kivotos, and in Coptic, likely borrowing from the Greek, it is also kivotos. Moreover, the Ark of the Covenant is never referred to as teva, tevat, thevis, or taive. All three traditions maintain a clear distinction between the term used to refer to the basket of Moses and the Ark of the Covenant. Now, the Bible was translated into the Ethiopic language between the 5th through 7th centuries, and for whatever reason, uses only one word to refer to both the basket of Moses and the Ark of the Covenant, Tabot. We know that the Islamic Ummah was in contact with Ethiopians, for example, when they fled to Abyssinia in order to avoid persecution. It is contact with Ethiopians, either directly or indirectly, that shaped Muhammad's understanding of previous scripture. The Arabic tabut Muhammad used to refer to both the basket of Moses and the Ark of the Covenant was taken from the Ethiopic usage of tabut. In other words, how Muhammad understood biblical narratives was a local phenomenon and not the result of supposed divine revelation. His inaccuracy when referring to the Ark of the Covenant exposes him as a fraud to Jews as well as Greek and Coptic-speaking Christians because his narration of the Ark of the Covenant did not come from God, but from Ethiopians. Consider the following scenario. Put yourself in the position of a 7th century Jew or a 7th century Greek or Coptic-speaking Christian. A random Arab Bedouin comes over to you and demands you follow him because he claims to be a prophet of the true God. To convince you, he starts telling you biblical stories with which you are familiar, all the while claiming he's receiving those stories as divine revelation, confirming your scripture. But when he starts talking about the Ark of the Covenant, you stop him and say, "What are you talking about? We never refer to the Ark of the Covenant in that way." The Bedouin stutters his response. There is no unique Arabic word for it. You remind him that he's already been reciting foreign vocabulary in his other stories, and retort rhetorically, "Why doesn't God just reveal a foreign word to you this time as well?" You then proceed to tell him that the Ethiopians, who live down the road, incorrectly translated your scripture into their language. As such, they speak the same way he does. You dismiss his prophetic claim, pointing out that his so-called revelation is nothing more than what he learned engaging the Ethiopians. Then the Bedouin quote-unquote prophet kills you, enslaves your wife and daughters, and, well, you know how the rest of the story goes. Let's remind everyone what the Quran says. So if you are in doubt, O Muhammad, about that which we have revealed to you, then ask those who have been reading the scripture before you. The truth has certainly come to you from your Lord, so never be among the doubters. And let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed therein. And whoever does not judge by what Allah has revealed, then it is those who are the defiantly disobedient. So when we as Christians do exactly as the Quran suggests, use our scripture to evaluate the truthfulness of Muhammad's prophetic claim, we conclude that Muhammad was a fraud.